Yeah, there peeps, it's me Nosy here again for another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing a figure that I promised you at least just over a week ago since the last review I actually uploaded, which was on Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, the first edition, Voyager, whatever we call them. Yeah, and I said my next review was actually going to be on another brand new Prime toy that I've recently bought, and that is of course on this awesome man, Hotshot. Stay tuned for the review.
I got a guilty secret to tell before my head explodes. A burden I never wanted, I'm getting close to overload. It's been a fun.
This guy, let me get it in the camera. Hotshot spends most of his time trying to prove himself worthy of being called Warrior by the other Autobots. Unfortunately, this often means either showing off, which bugs the more experienced soldiers, or rushing headlong into danger, which requires a rescue. He's got a lot of potential, but also a lot to learn. Now, that bio is actually for the Prime toy itself on tfu.info, so if you're more thingy to him in a different way, then, you know, don't blame me on the tech spec. I'm doing it because it's the background of this Prime one. But anyway, so strength is 8, intelligence is 5, speed is 7, endurance 7, rank 3, courage 9, fire blast 7, skill factor is just 4. So really, he is really one of those kind of idiot warriors that you don't really want in your platoon or in your army or in your forces. That just, who thinks he's the whole, you know, hero of the minute, and you know, of the time, and goes into a stupid, just goes in without thinking, and ends up you guys having to go in and save his ass. So yeah, right. So availability. This was released back in 2012, so it's just been released, obviously. Apparently, additional versions of Hotshot there isn't any, which I thought was actually a recolor of Bumblebee, but there we go. Yeah, it's a remold. This figure was remolded from Prime Bumblebee. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, because this toy is very different very similar, to Prime Bumblebee, which I've also got, but I've got the first edition Bumblebee, so there's a lot of differences. As you can see, the back bit here and also the front and the wheels are just about the same, but when I get into the toy itself and when it's transformed, there are some quite differences to make it a genuine actual toy itself. Yeah, because obviously it's got a new head, slight remoulding on the arms and the legs, and also a complete new paint job and new look. So it looks cool. I like this toy. Name reuses. Apparently the name Hotshot was reassigned from Robots in Disguise Hotshot. Yeah, so it's been around since RID back in 2001, and Armada Hotshot back in 2003, 2002 and 9. So yeah, it's been around for a little bit, but it's been more known in the comics, but it's only been around since RID, technically, in cartoon form anyway. But yes, but as you can see, this guy obviously has, I've got him in his attack mode here, but if I take that off, and I'll show you the actual alt mode in a bit more detail. As you can see, sorry for the blurriness, but best I can do for some reason. But anyway, as you can see at the top, it has this silver bit on the engine. It would have been nice if you got like maybe, so you don't always have to have that plugged in. These are his two weapons, that kind of plug together. It would be nice if they could have like maybe done like a stock to the engine, like an actual top bit to the engine, so it's like a hot rod, because it has that hot rod-esque look to it, but it's meant to be a movie Camaro, because it's based on Bumblebee's look. So it's meant to be one of the new Camaros, 2012-2013 Camaros. But it would have been nice with that bit on the front if they maybe just plugged in like a additional little piece or something where you could plug it in and it's just like the actual engine block itself is actually or like a fan or something to make it look like it's got a real powerful engine to make it different compared to Bumblebee. But other than that, it's alright. But that obviously that hole there is obviously so you can plug the gun in, but anyway, we'll leave that for now. As you can see, throughout the actual vehicle itself, it has really nice like yellow and red stripes right down, like flames coming from the front wheels down the doors, which look actually quite nice. There's this really nice like midnight blue type colour throughout the car, and obviously these black wheels, which are actually very nicely detailed. I don't think the camera don't give it justice, but the wheels are very nicely detailed for the type of figure it is. Nothing much more going for it, even though that it does roll very nicely. So what we're going to do now is we're going to transform him and get into the robot mode now. Get into robot mode, very similar to how you transform Bumblebee. So all I do is kind of just like what I've done there is just bring the whole back piece down like that and out. Now obviously the legs technically already done. It's technically like an auto former in a way. It's kind of like you just move a few bits and then to finish him off you kind of have this ratchety mech kind of assembly in the chest. So anyway, let's bring these bottom bits of the doors, because the doors are in two parts. These are the bottom bit of the, or should I say the side skirts of the doors, which form the arms, which are actually on the arms. And they're obviously the doors, which actually just do come straight out. So then what you do, bring this whole, bring the back bit, or the back window in on there, and then bring the arms out completely to the side. There we go, found out what's wrong. Unplug the arms completely and bring them to the sides like so. I'll do that again for you, like that. Bring them out, and you can see it kind of auto forms. The chest automatically goes into that vertical position and the head then pops up. Then to kind of like fix it into position, there's like a purple bit and it goes into, hopefully like so, into like a hole just on the abdomen bit. The only thing I have a problem with mine is the legs aren't really badly wobbly. It's just that you've got to be very careful with them. It's just these legs could become really annoying in the future. Like the more you transform it, it will wear down quite gradually and quite easily. So yeah, just a warning to people that probably haven't got this toy yet. You probably might find you might get a bit of wear and tear in the ball joints on the legs, on the top part there. But other than that, brilliant. I mean, hopefully if I could try and so you can see bits of it. Right, just try to brighten things up a bit for you. So things might be a little bit jerkier, so please bear with. But as you can see, very nice toy indeed. I mean, the robot mode really is nice. You get all this essence of colour throughout him. You get the red on his legs. You get obviously the red on all the arms, also on the shoulder blades. The head, if you can see that, it has like a visor over the eyes, which then can actually come up, and you can actually bring the visor up and see his actual face, which I think is a good little feature. The only little issue I have with his robot mode is the toy itself I like. The only problem I don't like is the hole where the head pops up. It's all on like an auto feature, which you just saw, and you kind of like bring the arms and it pops up, the torso kind of semi-automatically does it. So, but the only thing is that it keeps there. You can't do anything with it. See, that bit there is actually a bit of the front, and it pops up and it stays there. I mean, I can live with it, but it's just a little bit of an eyesore really. The whole toy kind of goes together very nicely. You've got no oval backpack, it just all goes real nice and slim, as you can see down the back. Very, very nicely put together and nice. It's got no bump outy features. Just that bit kind of bugs me, but I can live with it. But it'd be nice if they could have maybe done it that you could bring it all the way down and maybe put it underneath the backpack bit here. So again, onto articulation. You've got no waist articulation, but you do have good leg, so you can get a perceptive kick out of him. But as I said, these leg joints aren't the best, so it won't stay there. It'll come down because, you know, not very supporty. Obviously got good arm articulation and forearm or elbow ratchety joints. Got nice ratchety joints on the arms, and the head also as a ball joint as well. You can do 360, but yeah, it's quite a stiff joint on mine, so I'm not going to bother. But yeah, so playability on this little guy is actually very, very good. I would recommend him. Is a much better improvement compared to Knockout. I was really looking forward to that toy, and when I got it, I was really, really let down. I felt that, well, it's just awful. But what I'm going to do now, as you can see, this bit I took off earlier. Right, this bit I took off a bit earlier. This is obviously the gun, but obviously it's still in together. What you can do is you can actually bring it apart, split it into two. Then you can plug it into the arms or the hands, or whatever. It's not. This is how much different it is also compared to Bumblebee. Bumblebee, his guns plug into his forearms. On this guy, he actually holds them, so as you can see, it's pretty cool. He's got like two double barrel laser cannon things, and they're both, he plugs them, he can plug them both into his hands, sorry. So that's a little difference compared to Bumblebee also, is that how he holds his weapons. Like on Bumblebee, they kind of come out of his arm. On him, they don't. He kind of just holds them like normal. But thank you very much, people, for waiting for this review. This is the next review in the Prime line. So the next review, I'm hopefully going to try and get out to you, because I want to get all my Prime figures out the way and done with. And then when, because I want to try and get some reviews done auto assembly based. As you can see, I'm not in my green. Everyone else has been, quite a few people have been saying that, you know, to wear a green t-shirt, because it's the theme to auto assembly again this year, is the green t-shirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get some reviews done that are stuff that I got from auto assembly last year, and in them videos I'm going to wear a green t-shirt to emphasise the whole point. So I want to try and get a couple of reviews done auto assembly based before it comes, because I've literally only got, I think there's only about, going off just less than 3 weeks possibly now to go. So yeah, so it's coming fast. So thank you very much, people. I'll be back very soon with hopefully Soundwave, already Soundwave from Prime, and then I've got RC and Bumblebee I've yet to review, but if anything comes of it, RC and Bumblebee I might wait probably till after auto assembly, because as I said, I want to try and get some reviews done auto assembly based as well. So the last one for now for Prime will be Soundwave, so that'll be within the next week or so. Okay, so thank you very much. Bye.